Hi guys, as some of you will probably see, it's Challenger 2 by Heng Long, and I had a slight problem with one of the tracks. The track actually snapped, but when it snapped, it didn't just snap the track, it actually broke this as well. As you can see, there's two teeth missing off it altogether. So I've had to put new sprockets on as well. So what I've done, because the track was running fairly slack and the adjusters were almost right at the very end, which as you know are situated under there, and it wasn't taking much of the slack up. So I've already done the other side. I've shortened the track on this one, took one cleat out, and also while I've got it apart, I'll show you what I've done with the rear drive axle. Now I don't know if you can see that properly, but there is a bearing in there. Now there are actually two bearings in there, one on the inside and this one on, as you can see, on the outside. Now they're easily available, they're quite cheap, easy to put in. This one on the outside you just push fit, it's a nice snug fit. If you wish to put one on the inside, you have to take your gearboxes out, and you'll find that that hole that's in the centre of that, where that one fits, slightly narrows towards the inside of the tank. So you will have to scour it out a wee bit very carefully and keep testing it to make sure your bearing sits in it nice and snug without moving about. As I've done, I've got two bearings in there, one from the inside and one from the outside. While I've got the gearboxes out, I stripped them down completely, greased all the bearings and everything up in there, so it's all hunky-dory and ready to go again. So I've shortened the track, and now I'm going to fit the new sprocket onto that drive shaft, and I'll be with you in a moment. Right, as you can see, I've put the sprocket back on, the track is all back in place, and there's very little movement. In fact, if you can see inside there, the adjuster is all the way out. It's completely free, doing absolutely nothing at all. And the drive sprocket, which I forgot to mention, has got a guide wheel in the centre, so it's anti-slip, so the track doesn't move from side to side as well. So that's all back hunky-dory doing that. Now, while I mentioned the bearings earlier on, I have a set here. Now there's two sets. There's the one I put on the inside, which is a plain bearing, and the one on the outside, which push fits, has a groove. Now if you're wanting to do that, I mean it's easy enough to do for yourselves. The number for the plain bearing, if you're looking on the website, is there, look, MR128ZZ 8x12 x 3.5mm, and that's just a plain ordinary bearing all the way round, no flange. And the other one I push fit on the outside. The number for that one is MF128ZZ 8x12 by 3.5mm flanged, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference on that. It's the same inner size, the flange makes it a little bit wider, and as you've seen on the tank itself, that's how it actually sits in the tank, push fit. You might just want to put a little tiny dab of glue on it just to make sure if it doesn't move, but if you look at this now, there's no lateral movement whatsoever on that back bearing. And because I've taken a cleat out, the adjuster's all the way back and you've got plenty of scope to go with. I hope that helps some of you, and there we go. I'll put it all back together and then we'll get back on the track again. Thank you for watching. Bye.